5th, 1897, departure date. Set out from Cardiff, England at 5:45 in the morning. Our destination is Benfleet on the south side of the island. Traveling with 9 men, myself, the mate, the cook, and 6 others. This trip is expected to take 2 weeks. Good weather and God permitting, we should reach Benfleet on March 20th. The crew is very excited to be back at sea, but I fear uprising as this trip does not produce funds. March 6th. Currently off the coast of Minehead. One man says that he has seen something strange walking on the water. I tell him to be silent, but he spreads the words far too quickly. Hopefully the others will think him a fool and scorn him to release these outlandish thoughts. This trip cannot risk the minds of the men. March 7th. Off the coast of Brideford. More tales of strange figure walking on the water. I am tempted to throw the devil that started these blasted rumors overboard for lowering the morale of the men. This is not good. The sea is a powerful thing, she is. I have seen many a man go mad on these waters when kept from a woman's touch and proper food in their bellies. March 8th. Now off the coast of Wadebridge. The men are genuinely frightened. They say that they have all seen the man on the water, and they are now saying that he is the one bringing this wretched fog upon us. Cannot see where we are going. I feel we may run aground. March 9th, 1897. We have survived the night, for the fog lifted at 2 in the morning and has not returned. Not much is going on, except we sighted a ship along the coast. The strangest thing, said ship had neither passengers nor crew aboard. It was as if the ship had been abandoned. The men are afraid. March 10th. Ported in Padstow today. The fog seems to be following us. Strange things are happening. When we arrived in Padstow, the dock was abandoned, and when we approached the market to purchase a few goods to boost our inventory, the woman of the market shut the windows in our faces. It is reported that she was screamed many times thereafter about the fog demon coming to take her away. "The world is going to hell," she screamed. "The world is going to hell." We made a hasty retreat to the ship and set sail for Hythe, where we shall stop once more. March 11th, 1897. The crew is in complete disarray. 2 crew members disappeared last night. The men blame the fog man, but I tell them to be silent. I honestly do not know what is happening. I, as captain, ordered a search over the entire ship. No souls were found, not even evidence of souls perishing, such as blood or anything for that matter. March 12th. Once again, a man has gone missing from my ship. Not a soul can be found, just like before. The mate, who is a devout Catholic, has sworn that there is a deep curse upon these waters, and has vowed to search out the demon and expel it. I believe that this is all madness, but for the first time in over 30 years of piloting a ship, I fear. March 13th. I have decided to port in Fowey for the night. The men are so worked up that they have threatened mutiny if I do not port for the night at least. I cannot say that I blame them, for I am beginning to fear myself. This morning when I awoke to give the attending crew members his leave of the wheel, I found that no one was there, and there was again no sign of where they had gone. Another member, Arnold, says that he saw a man walking on the deck of the ship in the midst of the fog. I must try to calm the men. A ship without order is a ship in the pits of hell. March 14th. The crew's spirits were lifted when we awoke to find that this dreaded fog had lifted. Bad news, however. It appears that while traveling in the fog, we had gotten off course by a tiny bit, and now that tiny bit has led us to the coast of France. We shall turn around immediately. March 15th. I now wish that we had stayed along the French coast, for we have now sailed into this wretched fog once more. An hour after we came back into contact with the fog, 3 crew members that were assigned the duty of cleaning the deck were found missing, but not before their cries were heard from the ship. At approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a trio of screams resounded through the ship. The mate and I ran to the deck and found that the cook, who had taken on some of the jobs of the missing men, and 2 other crew members were missing. I have begun fearing for my life now. March 16th. There was no doubt in my mind that there is a stowaway aboard this ship. I have consulted with Parliament, the mate, and have concluded that we both shall stand guard on deck for the stowaway, or whatever is on this ship. I went out on deck and sat with my back against the side of the ship and waited with a revolver against my chest. I have decided that I would stand guard on the side and that the mate would stand guard on the opposing side. March 17th. Today marks the 2nd day of our watch. We were doing fine until the 3rd hour of our post passed. The mate decided that he would make a trap for the devil and would catch him in his efforts to attack us. He disappeared into the hatch and returned in a crazed manner. He was flailing his arms about, screaming that the mad demon was after him and would not stop until he was dead. He then ran to the side of the boat and jumped overboard. I am all alone now. March 18th, 1897. I continued on my watch and have sighted the demon on numerous occasions throughout the morning hours. He is clothed in fog and wears all gray. His face is very wrinkled and scarred, even to the point he is unrecognizable as a human. He walks slowly to and fro, watching me with cold gray eyes. I fear I shall not last long, but a captain cannot leave his ship. I must man up and fight for my life in the death of this demon. On March 19, 1897, just off the coast of Folkestone, England, the captain of the ship was visited by a wraith, aka the Fog Man or Fog Demon. It turns out the captain had been having a series of affairs over the past 2 years. Deception and adultery are both sins that are deemed worthy of the death wraith's attention, in which case he visits the sinner and collects their soul. The captain's story, obviously unable to be written in diary form, must now be told by myself. Early that morning of March 19, 1897, the captain was sitting on deck facing into the eyes of death. He struggled while the gray-skinned man lightly rolled his fingers across his face. There was no escape, only what awaited him on the other side. Now, this particular death wraith cares not if one man is innocent and did not commit any crimes at all. His job is to collect the souls and to disperse them into their appropriate resting place. This is why he preyed on all of the other sailors in the surrounding area, all to collect one soul, the soul of the captain.